Hello and welcome to another Wednesday on The Den. My name is Aaron and I'm coming to you from Manchester in England. So this week on The Den is our viewer choice week. And so I've been debating between two of the different questions. The first one is from James, who has asked about health concerns with us being weighty bears. And the second one is from Matthew, with what do you do to keep everything together, stay calm and not get overwhelmed? And I think I kind of want to roll these two together. So health concerns with being weighty bears. I've talked about weight, body positivity and God knows whatever else a lot in the past. Ultimately, I think you have to be happy with yourself, with the way that you look, and as long as you're happy, that's all that really matters. But yeah, there are health concerns in there. So, you know, I'm a big guy. I'm not comfortable with showing my belly in photos, on these videos. You know, I've reshot an entire video before because I'm not happy with the way I look in that shot. I'm not comfortable with other people seeing the way that I look. And I get quite embarrassed by my size sometimes. And in the last year, 2 years, I've been getting bigger. And, you know, it's from lack of exercise, it's from not eating right, it's from having a work schedule which really doesn't support me taking the time and effort to do exercise, to think about eating correctly and whatever else. I just need to eat and get to sleep sometimes. And it's not healthy, especially with the amount of stuff that I do. You know, I work 50 to 70 hour a week where my hours are not set. Sometimes I'm on open, sometimes I'm on closes. The earliest I start in a day is 5:30 in the morning. The latest that I finish at night, 3 AM or even later. If it's been a really, really busy, long and hectic day, you may be understaffed, there may be lots of extra stuff to do, who knows. But you know, it's common for me to work a 12-hour day, 5 days a week, if not more. And then on top of that, I'm doing a university degree. And yes, you know, 2 of my days this week at work are technically in university, but there's all the study and the extra time that you have to put in for doing assignments and God knows whatever else. I then have the den, I have pets to look after, obviously house that needs cleaning, car stuff, family stuff, seeing friends, and all that other stuff. So, you know, it does get overwhelming and you're like, well, how do I fit everything in? How do I make it work? How do I motivate myself to keep everything going? And quite frankly and quite often, a lot of the times, I personally just give in and go, look, sleep is the most important thing right now, or I need to rest. Rest is so important in keeping your shit together and making sure that you can do everything. But at the same time, I'm realising that I need to start making time for exercise. And my problem is that I get hugely anxious, scared, uncomfortable, God knows whatever else, about going into a gym. And yes, everyone can start saying, oh, it's not that bad, oh, it's easy, you just have to get over your fears. I'm someone who has tried to get over my fears about going to the gym for a very long time. And it doesn't work. I hate the gym. The gym is not a nice place to be. I do not feel comfortable in the gym. I never will feel comfortable being in the gym. Even when I got into a routine of going to the gym for a good year, I wasn't comfortable being in the gym. It's a horrible place. And yeah, to be honest, if it's busy in a gym and I've gone to a gym, I will literally walk out. And to me, my sense of busy is a lot different to everyone else's, because I've gone into gyms with people before and they've gone, oh, it's really quiet. I'm like, no, this is fucking manic and there's far too many people here. I can't describe what it is that makes me feel so uncomfortable and anxious, but just having too many people that I can't deal with it. Which is why, in the past, when I lived in Edinburgh, the gym that I went to there had a pool as well. Now, I don't feel self-conscious when I go swimming at all. I love swimming. But swimming is a lot more expensive to do. You know, I can get a gym membership to a 24-hour gym that is £16 a month with no joining fee. For swimming, you know, if I want, it's like £3 to £5 a time that you go, and if you go, what, 10 times in a month, that's anywhere from £30 to £50 a month that you're spending. Potentially, me, who I actually enjoy swimming and like to go swimming, it'll be more than that. So I can get a swimming membership to the local swimming pool for 30 quid. But it's got limited times. It doesn't really fit around work schedule that well. And you're just like, great, so okay, let's look at health club options. And so we've got a health club just down from us, and it's open from 6 AM till 11 PM. That's great, but it's £80, well, £80 a month, plus a £50 membership fee to sign up. And you're like, how the fuck can people afford this, or justify to afford this? I don't get it. I think that is one of the biggest things with us being weighty bears, is the cost to stay fit. It's cheaper to sit at home and order a takeaway and binge eat most of the time than it is to get a gym membership that will work for you. Because for me, going to a gym is, like I said, a horrible, unenjoyable, and unspeakable experience that I hate. So, I'm going to start trying to go swimming. But it means that I'm having to put a lot of time and effort into working out when I can go and how it fits around my shifts, because my shifts aren't the same every week, and they can't be the same every week. It's not just as easy as going, I'm now going to work set shifts every week so that I can plan exercise. That's not how it works in the restaurant and hospitality industry, people. But ultimately, I feel like I kind of need to do this for myself, and because of my weight, and because I'm not happy with my size currently. So in answer to the questions, what do we do with being weighty bears? You do what's right for you. You do what makes you happy. If you're happy with your size and if you're happy with your weight, then be happy. There may be health issues that come from being overweight, but ultimately, you need to do what is best for you and your mental health. That's why I've kind of got to the point where I feel like I need to do something now. In terms of how do you balance everything, it's ridiculously hard, people. It's not just as easy as just do it. It really isn't. Especially things like motivating yourself to go to the gym. If you don't like going to the gym, it's very hard to motivate yourself, and you can't just get over that mountain and do it. If you have depression, or if you've suffered with depression, like I have, I know a lot of people go, Aaron, you're so hyper, you're so... Yeah. It's like, you do realise that's the most common mask of someone that has suffered or is suffering with depression. You know, how do you cope with it all? Well, in the morning, I have to give myself a mantra. I have to say, you know, today's going to be a good day. I have to put the right music on to get myself in the mood to do my day and have a good day. And sometimes you just need to take a day for yourself and rest. For me, I need to plan a lot of things so that I can make sure that I get everything done. But I do need to make sure that I have wiggle room in there, as I like to say, for days to just do nothing. Because you need those days. And that's how I cope with doing everything I do. You know, I work a very busy, intense job with a lot of hours, with no regularity to them. Sometimes I'm on a 5:30 till 5. Sometimes I'm on a 3 till 3. You know, my days are everywhere. On top of that, I need to fit in my university degree and study. And then maintaining relationships and seeing friends and God knows whatever else. The only way to do that is when I'm tired, tell people I'm tired and I need to rest. And if I don't get that, then I get very cranky, very angry. And I can't cope with being around people, and my fuse gets shorter and shorter. One thing that I will say, if you feel like you're not coping, you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. Asking for help isn't a bad thing. Everybody needs it sometimes. Yes, there are people out there that may be worse than you, that may have it badder than you. Doesn't matter. You have got as much right as anyone else to be healthy, well, and feel looked after, and feel like you can cope with shit and cope with life. So if you need help, ask for it. If that's going to the doctors and seeing a counsellor, if that's going to a doctor's and being put on antidepressants, if that's going and getting drunk and seeing your friends, whatever it is, you have as much right to be happy as anyone else does. And if you need help, you have as much right to ask for help as anyone else does. Don't feel that your problems are less significant than other people's. If you leave a little problem unattended and don't do anything about it, it'll just niggle and get bigger and bigger and bigger. So rest is key, but asking for help is also really important. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, guys, and I'll see you next Wednesday. See you later, guys. Bye bye.